Today, New Zealanders must keep taking the interest rate rise medicine. Hello again, it's Martin North from Digital Finance Analytics, with the latest post covering finance and property news with a distinctively Australian and New Zealand perspective. Well, the New Zealand Monetary Policy Committee today increased the official cash rate from 3.5% to 4.25%. That's the biggest jump ever. The committee agreed that the OCR needed to reach a higher level and sooner than previously indicated to ensure that inflation returns to within its target range over the medium term. Core consumer price inflation is too high, they say. Employment is beyond its maximum sustainable level, and near-term inflation expectations have risen. Global consumer price inflation is broad-based and remains heightened. Food and energy prices and persistent core inflation have combined to create very high headline inflation in many countries. They said central banks are tightening monetary conditions in an effort to slow spending and to reduce inflation pressure. The ongoing slowdown in global growth will affect New Zealand through both financial and trade channels and impact on people's confidence due to uncertainty. In New Zealand, household spending remains resilient, especially considering the rise in debt servicing costs, the fall in home prices, and low levels of consumer confidence. Employment levels are high, and income growth and household savings are supporting spending, they said. The rebound in tourism is also supporting domestic demand. The productive capacity of the economy is being constrained by broad-based labour shortages, and wage pressures are evident. Aggregate demand continues to outstrip New Zealand's capacity to supply goods and services, with a range of indicators continuing to signify broad-based inflation pressures. Committee members agreed that monetary conditions needed to continue to tighten further, so as to be confident that there is sufficient restraint on spending to bring inflation back within its 2 to 3% annual target range. The committee remains resolute in achieving the monetary policy remit. So there you have it, more tightening. And of course, all the focus is on crimping and pushing people to spend less. Nothing on the supply side, nothing about investing in the future to bring the supply side up to the demand side. This is pure monetary policy hell, because it means that households and businesses will be ground into the ground, and it means that home prices will continue to fall further. And unfortunately, I think New Zealand is nearly top of the list now in terms of the pressures being put on households. So different from what we're seeing in Australia. But of course, here in Australia, we have to expect rates will go higher too. And after what the RBA said yesterday, we're going to expect more rate rises ahead. This, to my mind, is a very uncomfortable time to be holding large amounts of debt. And of course, if unemployment does start to rise, that's when the chickens really come home to roost. I'm Martin North from Digital Finance Analytics. Many thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.